Hello, math students. Welcome back to Module 4, Expressions and Equations. This is Lesson 25, and it is called Writing and Graphing Inequalities in Real-World Problems. The goal for today we will continue working with inequalities and learn to graph them. The question that I want you to be thinking about in this lesson is, how do you tell the difference between greater than and greater than or equal to, or less than and less than or equal to on a graph? All right, so doing inequalities is very simple as long as you remember what it means. And so we're going to take a quick look at what an inequality is versus an equation, and then we will figure out how to graph them. So it says solve for the variable in the directions. So it says 1/3 of a number is equal to 4. So basically what you're having to say is, I have a specific amount, I'm breaking it into groups of 3, and when I do, I have an answer of 4. So I like to very quickly use a tape to help me with this, because it says that I have 3 groups, because it says a number broken into a third. So this is a third, this is a third, and this is a third. And when I do that, I get an answer of 4. So now I know just by drawing this tape right here that f has to equal 12. Okay, so that wasn't so hard, right? Now let's look at the other one, and it says what number plus 7 is going to be an answer that is greater than or equal to 20. So basically what I'm looking for is trying to figure out what m is. So again, I could use a tape diagram with this one to help me figure it out, because I know that a number plus 7 is supposed to equal 20. And so if I'm thinking about what number plus 7 equals 20, then I know that m has to equal 13 because of 13 plus 7 equals 20. But then I also have to remember this is an inequality that said what number plus 7 is greater than or equal to 20. So it could be on the answer that m could be 13, or it could be that m could be greater than 13. Okay, so now I have them solved. So solve for the variable, m is greater than or equal to 13 and f equals 12. How do you graph both equations? Well, graphing both equations, basically what they are looking for on that is on a number line that you tell me or you show me exactly what the answers would be. And so if this right here was 0, then I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I'm falling off, so I'm going to keep going. 11, sorry, 12, 13, 14, and that would be our number line, and I apologize for falling off the graph. I didn't plan that well enough. But basically, the way we graph them is it says right here that f equals exactly 12. So in order to equal exactly 12, you go to 12 on it, and we would say that this right here is f, because it is 12. So that's how you would graph it on your number line. Now this one, however, is different, because this one says that m is greater than or equal to 13. Well, what that means is the answer could be, because it says or equal to, so again, we put a circle with a closed dot, because that would be m if it was equal to it, but it also says it's greater, so it could also be all of the numbers on the number line to the right of 13. So this would be m, okay? So how you understand how to graph an answer on a number line is, first of all, you have to make the number line, and you have to write in your numbers correctly like I did. I should have scooted over here, but I forgot what I was doing. So basically, f is exactly equal to 12, so I just put a closed dot on there telling you that that's f. Whereas m is greater than or equal to, so since it was or equal to, I still get to do my closed-in circle, but then it can also be the values that are more than that, so that's why the arrow has to go to the more than. Okay, so that's how you graph things on a number line. When it tells you to graph them, that's what they're talking about. We're not talking about the coordinate plane like we did a couple of lessons ago. We're talking specifically when you have an inequality and it asks you to graph it, you're going to use a number line, and you have to remember these things. Okay, so the less than symbol that we have to pay attention to is L for less than, so we always remember it's the L with our left hand and then turn, so that's the less than. Less than or equal to symbol means that it looks like less than with an equal sign attached to it. Then you have greater than, and the greater than symbol is the opposite of less than, and then the greater than or equal to symbol means that you have the greater than symbol plus part of the equal sign. Now remember, when you're graphing on a number line, and this one didn't say it anywhere, but I want to tell you it because it's very important. When you're graphing on a number line and it's asking you for a value that's exactly equal, exactly always means circle the value of the number and then color it in, because that's telling you that something is equal to something else. Okay? And so that's what we need to know. When something equals something, you color it in. Okay? Oh, you can't see it. When something equals something, you color it in. So this F equals 12. That's why I did a colored in circle on the 12. This one says M is greater than or equal to, so I colored it in because it said or equal to, colored in the circle, and then also graphed what the other values could be. Okay? So that's how you solve for your missing information, and then you graph them. So today we will continue working with inequalities and learn to graph them, which is what we just did. How do you tell the difference between a greater than and a greater than or equal to? Well, let's talk about that really quickly because I forgot to show you this, but I didn't because remember, equal than means that the circle has to be filled in because it equals it. So if equal than means that it's filled in, how could we represent it if you don't have an equals with it? So the way that you would show it on the graph where it just says less than is you're actually going to use an open circle because it doesn't have the equals, because remember the equals means the closed circle. So this one, then it says less than or equal to, so this one would have to be a closed circle because it has that, and then your arrow goes to the left. Your arrow on this one would go to the left because of the less than symbol. This one is a greater than symbol, so again there's no equal, so it's open circle, and your arrow is going to the right, right? And then this one is a greater than or equal to, so it has to be a closed in circle, and your arrow has to go to the right. Okay, so do you see the differences between the two? A less than symbol is open circle to the left. A less than or equal symbol is a closed in circle to the left. A greater than symbol is an open circle to the right. And a greater than or equal to symbol is a closed circle or colored in circle to the right. So that's how you would graph all of those. Okay, so what is the difference between a greater than and a greater than or equal to? Open circle, closed circle, or a less than and a less than or equal to, open circle, closed circle. That's how you show the differences between those different values on the graph. Okay? All right, kiddos, that's all I have for you this lesson. Talk to you soon. Bye.